Hey everyone, welcome back. So this is going to be a tag response video. Now what I'm going to do here is what I like to do with some of these tag videos. I'm just going to put a little twist on the tag video. So I was very kindly tagged by Patricia over at Sprinkles at the Cinema. Link down below to her channel. Really good channel. I love watching her videos. Yeah, so go check her out. I am very late to the party in this, so I won't be tagging anyone else further forward because I feel like I've literally probably been about a month or so before since I got tagged myself. So I have no idea who's been tagged, who's done it, who's not been tagged. So if you want to do this yourself, obviously feel free. It's always an open tag system whenever these videos go out anywhere. It just saves me kind of messing it all up and tagging someone that's already been tagged or, you know. Anyway. So what I'm going to do today is the video tag itself, I think, was basically going through titles and almost like a confession list of big titles that you haven't seen yet. So everyone's got them in their collection. You know, we've all got these collections. There's always stuff in there that's just like highly regarded, very well known, but you've just still not seen. So I thought rather than doing that just simply and being like a 5-10 minute video possibly, I'm going to go the complete opposite direction. So this is going to be a long video. And I thought it'd be a good opportunity to show a part of the collection I've never really shown before. Well, not in full anyway, and maybe in snippets over many videos. So if you're new to the channel, you won't know this. Even if you're a regular viewer, you may still not know. This section here, basically where my hand's going across, is shelves that go all the way to the ground behind this unit of all the stuff that I still haven't seen. It's my watch pile. So it is half a wall basically just of Watchpile. Now I know for some collectors and some moviegoers that would freak them out because some people work on the basis of like, I'll never pick something up unless I've seen it and I enjoy it, which I completely respect. But for me, I personally like a lot of films I have seen and enjoy all around me, and I also like a nice chunky selection of films that I've never seen before. So for me, it's like a little mini blockbuster, sort of like shrunk down in my own house. So I can go to this wall, scan through the titles, pull out a couple of titles, have a look at the covers. Yeah, remind myself of why I picked it up in the first place. There's a lot of mixed reasons there sometimes, as a lot of us do when you first start out especially. You tend to pick up just anything that's cheap. So I know I was very guilty of that, so there'll be a few of them in there, I'm sure. So, you know, it was £1 in a charity shop, for example. I didn't have it, so therefore I would buy it. But luckily I've knocked that on the head, for the most part anyway. There'll be stuff in there that's been recommended to me, whether it's directly from another kind of channel that I watch, or whether it's just from a channel that I've seen a ranking list for, or just over, you know, anywhere I've seen someone might have mentioned it to me, you know, at work or something, and when I've seen it, I've picked it up, so they'll be in there as well. So yeah, so let's have a look and go through. As I say, it's going to be quite a long video, so I'm going to go through every single title on this shelf here. Just tell you what the title is, maybe pull some of them out and have a quick look at them. If I can remember why I picked them up, I might drop that in as well. But yeah, there's going to be loads of titles on there. I'm not sure how many yet. If I know, then I would have put it in the thumbnail, so you would have seen how many. Quick side note, this is just my bar, I think 1 or 2 titles. This is just my non-horror watch pile. I do have a horror one, which is high up above the horror collection behind me. So if people want to see that, let me know down below, and one time I'll do that as well. And confess all my horror sins that I haven't seen. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so this is basically my wall. I'll try and walk you through. Obviously, I know because this is my collection, but you guys won't know from looking at this which of these are not all ones that I haven't seen. So, for example, these box sets here, definitely got those watched. These ones here, I've definitely seen as well. So they're just kind of there because there's like a little weird bit of the collection or the shelf in there that I've put together very badly that they sit in. But going up the side here, next to Gizmo tucked in the corner, up the side here are all the movies that I still haven't seen as yet. So now the James Bond collection's there because I have seen a couple, well, I say a couple, I've seen quite a lot of the ones that came out when I was growing up, which would be the sort of Pierce Brosnan era. I've seen Dr. No, and I've seen the Daniel Craig ones, but there's a bunch in the middle there that I just haven't seen all the way through, so that's in there for that reason. Similar with the Star Trek ones down the side here as well. I picked them up a while back. If you follow the channel, you'll remember. I've seen the first 2 movies, I think, still so far, but I've got so many more to go through. I was just on a bit of a kick with those at the time. But yeah, let's go through from the top on the other ones. So we've got 30 Days of Night, Dark Days. So the sequel to 30 Days of Nights. I've still not seen that one. There's a documentary there from the WWE, so 50 years of the history of WWE. 17 again. I haven't seen any of these, obviously. 24-hour Party People, 45 years. Now, 45 years I think I picked up cheap in a charity shop somewhere. 10,000 BC, so it's just one that every now and again pops up on a list somewhere, and I just think I'll get to it, but I just haven't. The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. Now, I started watching that one when I picked it up, and I think I either ran out of time or just wasn't in the mood, so I had to abandon it. Now, the Alien Nation box set there in the middle. Now, I didn't realise there were so many Alien Nation movies. So Alien Nation was it used to be a TV show back in 80s and 90s, which I really used to love enjoying watching. It also had a film, obviously, quite a main film in the 80s, which I think 101 put out. I found on eBay, I think it was, that someone did this box set. And let me see if I can get to it, because I didn't realise these must have been straight to DVD kind of movies, but I didn't realise there were so many of them, and it seemed like quite a rare box set because I couldn't find many of them around, and the ones I did find, they were so overpriced. But yeah, Alien Nation Dark Horizon, Alien Nation Body and Soul, Alien Nation Millennium, Enemy Within, and the Udara Legacy. I can't really see that very well through the camera, but there we go. So yeah, all those movies on there. Now, this is an import one. It's DVD as well, because I don't think there's any HD versions of these movies, but yeah, I really, really wanted to watch these. I love a bit of sci-fi from the 80s and 90s. So yeah, really want to get to those as soon as I can. So you got American Woman there as well. That was one I picked up, I think, because it was cheap in CEX, I'll be honest. So let's have a quick look at that one. So yeah, American Woman. Was it Nicole Kidman in here? I feel like it was. Oh, Sienna Miller, sorry. She was in this one. I thought it was Nicole. But £3. It looked interesting. It's just one of those ones when you go in and, it looks interesting. It's a bit cheaper. You kind of pick it up. An Education, Animal Factory, still haven't got to that. Apocalypto, still haven't got to that. Arena, just looked like cheap fun. This is probably a shocking one for everyone. So the original Assault on Precinct 13, I don't think I've seen it. I really can't remember seeing it. I've seen the remake, but I don't remember seeing that one. Basketball Diaries. Now, this one I may well have seen way back, but if I have no memory of it whatsoever. So maybe those two could be one of the shocking ones. The Aviator with Leonardo DiCaprio. Still haven't got to that yet. This is a box set with a whole bunch of summer movies in, which I think I've seen some, but I've got a couple more to watch, or maybe one more to watch on this one. Try and pull this out without knocking everything down. So, yeah, so this is Sun, Sand and Sweat 4-movie collection. So you've got in there, if it's going to focus, Private Resort, what's that one? Perfect, I think it is. Hot Bodies and Spring Break. So I think I've still got just Perfect left to watch, if I'm not mistaken. So one left in that set to watch. And then we've got Baytown Outlaws. So I think that one, again, just looked interesting at the time. So yeah, Baytown Outlaws, Billy Bob Thornton, just that cover, that sold me straight away. So this is what I like about these. When I pull these out and re-look at these covers, I just think, yeah, maybe I'll watch this tonight. Maybe I will watch this tonight. I'm going to leave this one out. Okay, so we've got a movie for tonight. That's a good thing from this video so far. Okay, next one, where we got now? So Benedetta, it's on the movie label here. So yeah, I haven't seen that one, but I do mostly like what comes out on the movie range. Blue is the warmest colour. I still haven't seen any of those colour movies. I think there's 3 of those. Boondock Saints, so this is one that just didn't get time to watch when I picked it up, and a lot of you guys said it was really good and you should check that one out. Okay, let's move along to here now. So we've got one that I think my friend Tim recommended, Tim Cole. So he recommended Bittersweet Life, which is meant to be a really good movie. Again, I just haven't got to it. I bought it at £10. You can see, with full intentions, I watched that one straight away, and I just never got to it. Here's some of those movies that I talked about that are in my drawer normally, of like Sin. So basically, I would have put anything that. At the time, I just kind of I picked these up probably because they were cheap. I think these mostly would be like charity shop movies that I picked up for like £1 or so. But then every now and again, I'll go through a list, or someone I watch and follow on YouTube will kind of talk highly of the movie, and I'll think I've got that somewhere, and I'll find it in the drawer, pull it out, ready to watch, and I'll just think to myself, I've got that in the drawer. I need to pull that out and give that a good watch. So this has got Kristen Stewart, Chris Tucker, Vin Diesel, Steve Martin. So yeah, good cast in here. Life from Ang Lee, the director of Life of Pi as well. See, I love Life of Pi. So yeah, Billy Lynn's Halftime Walk. People are probably screaming at me to say, why haven't you seen that one yet? Bunny and the Ball, I think that one is. Another charity shop find that I picked up for very cheap. So yep, haven't got that one yet. Frank. Now I remember seeing a trailer for that, and it just looks so surreal and so interesting. I wanted to watch that, and again, it took me so long to pick this copy up. By the time I picked it up, I'd kind of lost my enthusiasm to check it out, but really glad it still sat there to check out though. Nowhere Boys. So yep, again, I've had this one for so long. Another cheap charity shop pickup, which I just haven't got to as yet. So we've got along here to The Bachelorette. So there you go, there's a confession for you there. Picked up that one. So Kristen Dunst. You've got Isla Fisher in there. Quite like Isla Fisher, to be fair. Don't know. It might just be like hopefully a slightly horrendous comedy, but I do like Kirsten Dunst. I've followed most of her movies, so yeah, I want to check that one out, mostly for her, and it was £1.50. So we've got Into the Darkness. So yeah, I still need to watch the documentary on Into the Darkness there, the 80s horror collection. What else we got here? We've got the special edition of Black Cat, which I've not seen yet. But yeah, that looks pretty good, so I want to check that one out as well. Just so many movies, not enough time. The Kite Runner. So again, I'm sure someone must have talked about this one. What we do on our holiday, again, another cheap find somewhere. Billy Connolly is always quite fun to watch. So yep, I have to check those out. Pretty sure Sammy or Ollie would have seen those ones. A movie here which was, I think, an import I found in the CEX called The Big Hit. Mark Wahlberg, Christina Applegate. Yeah, obviously I haven't seen this one either, but just thought it's quite rare to find an import in a CEX. They're not meant to sell them. So picked it up because it was quite a hard one to find in the UK, if not. Okay, so we've got Boy Kills World. Again, another one that my pal Tim was sort of saying about he picked up. So I wanted to try that one out. Breaking the Waves. Breezy. Bronx Tale. Again, this could be one that I've actually seen, possibly, and just haven't gone back to in so long that I can't remember it. Could be the case on that one, I can't be 100% sure. Burnt. Captain Fantastic. I know this got mentioned on a few feel-good movies videos that came out on YouTube recently, so I want to check that one out. The Changeling, another one that gets pulled up on every now and again, but look for £1. Pick that one up to check out. Chef, another one that keeps getting pulled up from the community here, and I still need to get to. Animated one, Chico and Rita. Pretty sure that was quite cheap, and I do like an animated movie, so why not? Charity shop find for me a while back. So I've seen the first China Brain, but I've not seen the second one. Probably a shocker. So this is, probably considered quite a classic. Chinatown. Don't think I've ever seen that one. Jack Nicholson and Faye Dunaway. Chocolat. Never seen. Chopper. Again, I don't remember if I've seen this one, so I've stuck it on here. I've got a funny feeling I haven't. Christmas Carol with, is that George C. Scott? Yeah, George C. Scott. I think I got this in a bundle somewhere. It just came with a lot of other movies. Citizen Kane, for some reason, hasn't got a spine. Again, this was a charity shop pickup for £2.49. So, don't know why the spine's missing, but there we go. It was cheap enough. You got The Conversation. Corvette Summer. Cracks, which looks really interesting. So this is Eva Green. I quite like Eva Green. Yeah, again, it was quite cheap, £5, evergreen, never heard of it, and it looked like it was one that was quite hard to pick up anywhere else, so I grabbed it when I saw the chance. Crime Story, Cruising, Al Pacino. I know this is quite a favourite amongst some of the collectors out there. Crying Game, another one that I think Roy always picks up and says it's a good watch. Curse of the Golden Flower, Dances with Wolves, Dark Blue, Days of Thunder, one of the few Tom Cruise movies I've still not seen. Dead Alive, which I have seen that, I just haven't seen it in so long, so I've got no memory of it, so yeah, don't know why, but that's in there. Dead Man Walking, Death Warrant with Van Damme. Now I started this one and for some reason I had to stop watching it, so I've only got about 20 minutes in I think to that one. What's this one? Definitely Maybe, again I probably picked that up because it was cheap. Detroit, I really wanted to get to that one when I picked it up, but I still haven't yet. Devil in the Blue Dress, this was on offer for about £6 somewhere I think. Devil's Backbone, another charity shop find for £1.99. Diner, I think I got this for £4 I think it was in CEX with the HMV Premium box still on there and all the sort of like goodies inside still. Another probably classic that I haven't seen yet, Dr. Strangelove. Struggling to hold everything here. How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. So again, this is I've heard about on so many different lists over the years. Still never got to it. East is East. So again, I haven't seen this one or any of the ones I'm talking about. Eden. Now this one just looked quite interesting when I saw it in a CX, based on a true story. Normally gets me hooked in there somewhere. Someone being abducted. Yep. Don't know a lot about that one. This one I picked up, I think, because it had a slip and it was quite rare. So 11 Days and 11 Nights. Looks a bit of a saucy one, that one. You've got Elite Squad. So, yep, Elite Squad. Again, this one I think was super rare when I picked it up in CX. Anywhere else was selling for so much more money. But it didn't cost very much in CX, so grabbed it when I had the chance. An Arrow release here, and you've got Empathy Inc. Don't know a great deal about it. I think again it was just when they fall into that sort of £4 to £6 for an Arrow, I'll just pick them up because at some point I'll want to explore them. Going down to the next shelf, a couple on top here. So we've got Guarding Tess, so one of the few Nick Cage movies I still haven't seen yet. I do like Nick Cage. This came in a box set. I bought it must be an Australian box set import with mostly to get adaptation. But yeah, this came in the box set with that one, and so did this one, I think. Which is It Could Happen to You. Again, I want to say I've seen this one, but I can't be certain, so I've just stuck it there to make sure. Moonstruck, so I've just got my Nick Cage movies, that's because I did that video a while back, but yeah, Cher and Nick Cage, still not seen that one yet. Could be another clanger. Okay, I'm just going to get down a bit further here to go through the next shelf. Another one here is probably really big that a lot of people would have seen. Empire of the Sun. Enemy, big fan of Jake Gyllenhaal, and this one's from the director of Prisoners, which I'm a massive fan of. Everly, still not seen. Excalibur on that 215, just sort of picked that one up. The Fan. Fear and Loathing. Again, this is one I've tried to watch a couple of times and just had to bail out for one reason or another before the film's finished, so I haven't finished watching that one. Fifth Estate with a slip for £1.50. Fried Green Tomatoes. This is one I may have seen years back and just completely forgotten. I'll know when I start watching it. Furiosa is still sitting on my watch list. Galaxy Quest, another clanger probably there that I haven't seen. Gandhi, another classic that I haven't seen. Gate of Flesh, this came on an offer, so I grabbed that one because it looked pretty interesting. Glen Ross, which came up in a video recently, and again, I just wasn't in the mood. I started watching it, I could see it was a good film, I just wasn't bonding with the film, so I thought I'd abandon it and go back at a better time. The Golden Child, again, 215 pickup, which I know people speak about, so just haven't got to watch it yet. The Good Lie, I'm a big fan of Reese Witherspoon. Again, I want to say, I've got a funny feeling I probably have seen this one. I just don't remember it well enough to justify being 100% sure to put it in the collection, so it sort of sits on this sideline here of my to-watch pile. Gran Turismo, waiting for the summer to rock around, which isn't far away now, to put this on the big screen. Hamburger Hill, another cheap charity shop, $1.99 pickup. The Handmaiden Special Edition, so this has got 2 versions of the movie, I believe, so you got the extended cut and theatrical cut in there. I haven't seen either of those yet. You got Harry Brown, which gets mentioned every now and again as being really good. Headshot, you can see $3.99 for a slipcover edition of an Arrow movie, I think this is, on the Arrow video. It's got the Arrow title at the top there. Not sure what it is. Maybe it's just coincidental. But there we go, that's Headshot. The Heist, so again I got this for the cast, so Christopher Walken, William H. Macy, I love William H. Macy. But yeah, you got Morgan Freeman as well, obviously in there. Another one that Tim always talks about and recommends, still haven't got to it yet, so Hidden or Cache. The Hidden, still haven't seen that one. Hidden Figures. High Rise. Hobbit, basically all the Hobbit movies. So yeah, haven't seen those. So this one was another fairly cheap pickup from a CEX, but looked pretty interesting. Holy Motors. And we've got The Horseman, again one I just don't see around anywhere, so when I saw it and it was quite cheap I just picked it up. House of Gucci, which was a flash in the pan, kind of like everyone was talking about it, then no one was talking about it kind of movie. Howard's End, so £5 on that one. Yep. So I do love Anthony Hopkins. Then you got The Hunger. Whoop, nearly lost that one. So I've got The Hunger. David Bowie. Now this is probably another clanger here that I haven't seen yet. So this is The Hunt, which everyone always tells me is so good, and I do need to get to it, but it's the same story with the majority of these movies on the wall. Got an early one here for Helen Mirren in Hussey. I think I picked this up on the Powerhouse indicator level sale at one point. But yeah, looks good. I Am Not the Serial Killer. The Iceman. Again, I think it was a charity shop pickup a while back. The Ice Pirates. This was on our deal with the Warner Archive collection. It just looks up my street. Ill Manners. So yep, just want to check this one out because it seems to have that. I think it's, if I'm thinking right, I think it's like one of those kind of kid adulthood type movies, like British kind of like youth culture movies, which I do enjoy now and again. Import export. This one was quite a rare one. I think I paid £6 in CX for this one. No one else seemed to have it anywhere, so I hope there's nothing too bad on the back of that one or the front. I'm just going to go to the next next shelf. Sorry. Okay, so on here we've got Last Chance Harvey, 50p for Dustin Hoffman movie. I don't know who could turn that one down. We've got Loch Ness with a slipcover on there. Again, I started that one but had to abandon it halfway through. Joys of Being a Dad. And then you've got The Master. So a Jet Li movie, which I think I picked up on a deal at some point, just haven't got to it yet. Okay, we've got, this is what I was talking about earlier, so when you see a £6 Arrow title with a slipcover on and booklet inside, you don't turn that one down, so it's incredible but true. You got In Hell with Van Damme, which I hear is a pretty good one. We've got Innocent Blood from the director of American Werewolf in London, so again one of these HMV premium titles with the really nice boxes on there. So I just generally try and pick up as many of these as I can, like what I can afford at the time when they go on the 215 offer. Now they're all done. Ethan Hawke and John Travolta in a Western, which is a Ty West movie. So I'm a big fan of Ty West, so I do want to get to this, and that's pretty much the whole reason I picked this movie up. But yeah, haven't got to it yet, obviously. Iron Sky, The Coming Race, just looks like all kinds of bad fun. I, Tonya, again, I think this gets mentioned quite a few times on various videos about when they do like a compilation video, but still haven't got it through the being watched yet. What we've got here, so Bruce Willis movie The Jackal with Richard Gere. Again, I don't think I've seen it, I may have done and forgotten. Jagged Edge, so again another one from the sale from Indicator, Glenn Close and Jeff Bridges. Jason and the Argonauts, another 215 deal. Jeremiah Johnson, Sidney Pollack film. Robert Redford, just saw it at the time, it was quite hard to find, so picked it up. The Jerk with Steve Martin, probably another one, actually another clanger there I suppose that a lot of people would have seen. John Dies at the End. Picked up this limited edition set of Johnny Mnemonic, hard for me to say. But yeah, that one's obviously a movie with Keanu Reeves, and the kind of limited set went out of print pretty quick, I think, at the time. Found it in a CX pretty cheap. Judgment Night. Julieta. Karate Warrior, which just looks like an 88 films kind of like B-movie version of Karate Kid. Just looks like all kinds of bad fun. Just got to reposition myself. Okay, so yeah, Karate Warrior we're at. Based upon a true story again, got me. Kidnapping of Freddie Heineken. Another Anthony Hopkins movie, so picked that one up. Kill Your Darlings, I think at the time this was quite hard to find, so £5 was pretty good. King Kong Escapes. The King of New York, another probably clanger there from Abel Ferrara that I just haven't got to yet. Clown, this is another one I picked up on the cheap on the Arrow title and just haven't got to. Kung Fu Hustle. Lamont Double, I think that is, but yeah, not sure. Picked that one up from a CEX, I'm pretty sure. Lamb, again, another one I think, well, I know gets talked about a few times, and I picked up, again, another CEX one I think I picked up quite cheap, maybe about £6 if I remember rightly. The Last Castle, I know this one gets a lot of praise, but I still haven't got to it. Last Tango in Paris with Marlon Brando, still haven't got to that one. Another Steve Martin movie with Leap of Faith. Legacy of Rage with Brandon Lee. Matt Damon and Christian Bale in Le Mans 66, or Ford versus Ferrari. Lean on Pete. I try and pick up these artificial eye ones where I can because they're always normally quite interesting. Lilting? Not sure, don't know much about that one. So again, it probably would have just been on a good deal at the time and on that label, so I picked it up. The Limey, The Lincoln Lawyer, Logan's Run, again on the 215 deal. Love, which is Gaspar Noé film. Love Jones, Criterion. Lux Eternia, again, I think, is that another Gaspar Noé film? I feel like it might be. Pretty sure I found this one cheap in a CX. Yeah, another Gaspar Noé film, so it always makes, you know, interesting movies, if nothing else. Can't say they're necessarily for everyone, but interesting nonetheless. The Man Who Killed Hitler and Then Bigfoot. I mean, you can't not turn that title down. The Man Who Fell to Earth, another 215 pickup at the time. The Master, I'm a massive fan of Joaquin Phoenix and Philip Seymour Hoffman, and even Amy Adams to some extent, but Paul Thomas Anderson, another very hit and miss director for me, so there's some 4 or 5 star movies he's done for me, but there's also some 2-star ones, so I want to see where that sits. The Mexican, Brad Pitt and Julia Roberts movie, I just never got to back in the day. Okay, we're getting through. So the next one here we've got is the Low Life Love. So Third Windows film. Don't know much about it. Just picked it up again, probably because it was quite reasonable in a CX somewhere. Hansel and Gretel, 88 films release here with a slip. Again, I'm pretty sure I paid about £4 for this, which just seemed like a crazy deal at the time. I haven't seen it since anywhere either. Purple Rain Prince for £4. Sorry about the glare on these guys, I'm trying to get enough light to show you what I've got as well. So this is going to be one that people are going to shout at me for. So Midnight Express, still sitting on there, based on true story. Midnight Run, another one that a lot of people would, be shouting at the screen at, I'm sure. Minari. So yeah, when I first saw that or heard about that, I wanted to check it out, but got distracted and never got to it. Miracle Mile. Another charity shop pickup here for $1.99 by the looks of it. Moonrise Kingdom. Mona Lisa. So I was really impressed with Long Good Friday. So I hadn't seen that one until recently, and I'd put it off for years just because I wasn't sure about it. And then this one here, people say is in the same sort of ballpark. Bob Hoskins, Robbie Coltrane, and Michael Caine. So a British gangster thriller movie, I think. So you've got Mother, so a Bong Joon-ho movie, which, I generally like his movies. There's not many I don't like from Bong Joon-ho, so I want to get to that one. Morning Glory, just the title alone, and the fact that Rachel McAdams is in that one, and Harrison Ford. Diane Keating, I think, is in this one as well, so that just made me chuckle when I saw that one. Mortal Kombat, pretty sure I've never seen this one, to be honest. The newer Mortal Kombat, or the one after that one, I guess. Maybe there was some in between, I don't know. Motorcycle Diaries, which again comes up on quite a few lists over the years. The Mule, Clint Eastwood movie. Munich, I think this is another one that I've started to see, but I haven't seen all the way through, or if I have, I don't remember it. You've got Murphy's Law, again with a slip on that one. My Cousin Vinny, this is going to be another one people shout before, I can tell. Joe Pesci movie. I know this gets talked about a lot, but I just still haven't got to it. My Stepmother is an Alien, probably another one that people will be commenting down below about. Neon Flesh, £1 in a charity shop, never heard of it before. That was where, sometimes you do just pick up titles for the sake of £1 when they look this interesting. But, I'll get to it when I get to it. So this is an import of the Neverending Story 2. So I love these sort of like 80s, 90s physical, practical effect kind of creature fantasy films. They just tick a big box for me. Got that artwork. So, just haven't seen the first one loads, but just haven't got to the second one. £1 for a Kevin Costner movie, The New Daughter. The Nightingale, which I'm pretty sure was £6 at HMV on offer a while back. We've got a 101 title here for £3, which, you can't turn your nose up at that. No Man of God. Sorry about the glare, guys. The Northman, just keep hearing so many mixed things on this one, it just kind of goes off my radar. Nymphomaniac Volume 1 and 2, because it was £5. It's a big cast in that one. On Body and Soul, another CEX pickup for cheap, I think it was, on the movie label, which, don't know. Again, these ones, same with the Artificial Eye ones, or the Curzon Artificial Eye movies, they always have like an interesting, unusual kind of tale to them. Still sealed. I think I got this in a job lot years back. Once Upon a Time in America. And again, I feel like I watched this one many, many years ago, but just have not got to the Blu-ray of it. Angelina Jolie and Antonio Banderas in Original Sin. Overboard. Panic at Needle Park, I know it's a favourite of my good pal Roy's. Christmas staples, you might say, for him. Past Lives. So again, I'll be honest, I forgot I had this one. So this is what I love about having these movies on the collection here and having so many unwatched. As much as it might kind of like irk a lot of people, I really love just forgetting you've got a movie and then realising it. Payback Season, another charity shop for £1. Lock, Stock meets Football Factory. So yeah, could be good. Another UK kind of hooligan movie. Pelican Brief and Julia Roberts and Denzel Washington. So this could well be one that I've seen, but again, so long back I can't remember a thing about it. But it's definitely going to be one people shout at me for in the comments, I'm sure I've not seen. We've got Billy Zane in The Phantom. So again, I feel like I've seen at least some of this on a TV channel way back in the day, but I don't remember seeing everything from start to finish, so do need to get to that one. So another one of the big clangers probably in there. So Philadelphia, Tom Hanks movie, really famous, just haven't got to it yet. The Pianist, so yep, slipcover on this one, really nice. I know Sprinkles will be a fan of this one based on the cast. So this one, there was an empty case in there. So this one here is Poison Ivy, The Secret Society. And then we've got Jackie Chan. I picked this up on a really good deal. I think it was on eBay possibly. But it's the big sort of chunky box edition of both Police Story 1 and 2. And again, I may well have seen at least one of these. But I lose track a little bit with the Police Stories and the Project A movies. So I just put them in the pile ready to revisit and find out which ones I haven't seen yet. This all came part of the same deal from the same seller, so Super Cop, Police Story 3. So yeah, really good conditions. So I do get a little hankering for these martial art ones every now and again. The Postman, I genuinely didn't realise I had this movie, which is another amazing kind of feeling. So I was just speaking to someone about this. I think it was James over at Movie Mad. He had this in a video of his recently, and I said, I've still never seen that one. But yeah, 100% completely forgot I got that, so that's brilliant, because I do really want to check that one out. Prayer Before Dawn, so yeah, again, I think Roy picked this one up, Blu-ray Movies, after seeing it on my channel, and he's watched it since this one, done a whole review and everything, and I still haven't watched it from my video, but that's the way it goes. This just looks like all kinds of bad fun again. So Pray for Death, anything on this sort of like 101 Films red label, I generally will pick up because it just looks like B-movie schlock, which yeah, is really, really good usually for me. There's a few exceptions. Prince of the City, so haven't obviously seen this one either. So one of the Warner Archive label ones. So this is the other box that came in with that other Jackie Chan set, Project A and Project A Part 2. So yeah, some of these I've seen, I can't remember which ones I've seen and which ones I haven't, so I've kind of lumped them all together on here to make sure I get through the whole lot. Jackie Chan movie again, The Protector. Punisher Warzone, which again gets some pretty reasonable praise now and again. I've seen the remake, but I've never seen the original of Red Dawn. Patrick Swayze in there. Raw Deal with Schwarzenegger. I've seen bits, but not all of it. We've got here, was it Red Road, which again, haven't seen, but I've heard it's a pretty good thriller. Just haven't seen it, obviously. We've got the original Red Sonja, which again, I think like I picked up cheap in a CEX somewhere. Arnold, which apparently isn't in for very much, even though he's on the cover in quite a predominant place. But yeah, I'm not massive on these sort of swords and sandals type movies, but every now and again one surprises me. Red Tails, George Lucas Presents movie, so I'm not sure quite what he had to do with that. Probably just literally a producer, I guess. But yeah, haven't seen that one yet. People always tell me this is a really good movie. Denzel Washington in Remember the Titans, or Jerry Bruckheimer movie as well. So I do like Jerry Bruckheimer. But yeah, So I'm not massive on sports in general, but I do like the occasional sports movie. There we go. So what else have we got? We got Van Damme movie here, The Replicant. So again, haven't got to that one just as yet. An Arrow, is it an Arrow Academy? Or an Arrow title? Arrow, or just his Arrow Films. But this was another cheap pickup. Looked pretty interesting. Return to Sender. Ride Along with Ice Cube and Kevin Hart, just like these kind of buddy comedies. Yep. Probably another one here which it's got a bit of sticker residue on the cover, must have been a CX one from way back. But yeah, another big title that I haven't got to, which again people will be shouting at me for in the comments, I've no doubt. The Right Stuff. The Rise of the Foot Soldier, so based on a true story again. Road Racers, so this was Robert Rodriguez movie. Yep, so from the guy who did obviously Sin City and Dust Till Dawn, Selma Hayek in here. Yeah, looks pretty good. Pretty sure I picked this one up cheap in, again, CEX, Rock and Roll High School. This is the Black Label 101 Films special edition or limited edition set. So, yep, so got one of those. Romeo is Bleeding, so again another one that's I'm sure highly acclaimed. It's on the BFI label, just haven't got to it. Romper Stomper, again I get this one and Chopper kind of mixed up in my head. I don't know if I've seen either or neither, but yeah, do want to get to it. Obviously Russell Crowe in quite an early role in this one. Scarecrow, which I know my friend Sammy G kind of watched and enjoyed, so Gene Hackman and Al Pacino. Again, 2:15, just couldn't let it go. Scorpion King here with The Rock, £2. Then we've got Scum. So again, I picked this up on a good deal from Indicator, I think, back in the day. And on this sale on the website, just haven't cracked it open yet. This is a limited set. Nice chunky box edition. So Serena, so this has got Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper. I do like both of those people, so had a slipcover, thought I'd pick it up. The sequel to Shazam, Fury of the Gods. I didn't mind the first one, thought it was quite fun. But yeah, big sort of summer fun, I guess, on the old cinema. Shaft. Now I'll be honest, I picked this up, ordered it online thinking this was the original Shaft, the one from the 2000s. I can't think which one that was, but when it came, it was the one which they released, I think, almost the most modern one. When I flipped the cover and saw the back, I thought, oh no, this is the wrong one. So I don't think I've actually seen the early 2000s Shaft, which I thought this was when I picked it up. So I've kind of shelved this one until I've seen that one. Shakespeare in Love, £2.49 from a charity shop, so yep, couldn't go wrong. Another massive clanger, I'm sure. Again, I started watching this one. I think I was just too young. I started watching it when I was really young, and everything threw me about it. It was black and white. It was quite artistic in a lot of ways. I know it's meant to be amazing. But I think because I'd gone in knowing it's a Steven Spielberg movie, and then all I'd seen was things like E.T., Hook, Jurassic Park, and when this started, it was nothing like any of those. So the tone shift threw me instantly, and I had to abandon ship because I just wasn't feeling it. But yeah, high up on my list of movies I must see, Schindler's List. Shoplifters, so yep, Shoplifters, again I feel like someone was talking about this one way back and I picked it up based on that, but yeah, sounds really good for a movie. Shot Caller, picked this up mostly for the slipcover, to be honest. This one's quite a nice slip on here and it must have been pretty cheap in a charity shop, I think. Producers of Nightcrawler and Drive, so I like both of those movies. Martin Scorsese movie, Silence. Chuck Norris movie, Silent Rage. Another 101 Red Label movie there, Sirens. Now I'm sure I've seen this one back in the day, like probably in my early teens. I must have seen this one. Hugh Grant, Sam Neill. But yeah, just my memory is completely gone of anything from this movie, so it's back on the shelf to watch. Skyfire, you can see why I picked this up. It's literally $2.99, brand new and sealed from HMV over here. Skylines, Vengeance is on the Horizon, so yeah, I always get lost in which one this one is, whether it's 2 or 3. Maybe it's 3, I do lose track. Smoking the Bandit, Reynolds, so again, another one maybe people, especially the slightly older than me, will be shouting at, how have you not seen that one yet? Just one I haven't got to. This one was an import, so what's this one got? Pamela Anderson in there, Snapdragon. Yeah, one of those sort of erotic thriller type movies, I'm guessing, based on the cover. I may have seen this one. I really, really can't remember this one though. So The Snowman, I know I wanted to get to it as soon as I saw the trailer. But yeah, I honestly don't remember if I've seen this one at all. So it's gone back on here just in case I haven't. Solaris, the original one. I've seen the remake with George Clooney, but I just haven't seen this one yet. Again, it's on that Curzon Artificial Eye movie label. So yeah, I'm sure that'll be really good. I'm pretty sure, again, Sammy's a fan of this one. Somerstown, £2. Again, it's got Shane Meadows movie, so I do like Shane Meadows, one of the ones I've seen from his work. So yeah, do get the urge to watch these type of movies now and again. I will just quickly do the tops of this shelf. So £6 for an Arrow isn't the other, Stormy Monday, so £6 for an Arrow is pretty much what I, like I said earlier, would always pick up something for that cost, if it's on the Arrow. And this one here is The Storyteller, so I'm working my way through these. I've seen a few of these, but if you know me, you know Labyrinth and Dark Crystal, and anything Jim Henson does with practical puppetry is high up on my kind of love list, basically. So yep, can't wait to get through the rest of those. Okay, final shelf. So this is going to be quite a long video. This is, what is this one? This is the, I think it's director's cut. So I've got the original Star Trek up in the box set, but this one had the director's cut. So for £6 with a really nice slip on it, I thought I'd pick it up at the time. Just do the tops. So this is one we talked about with Sammy fairly recently while we were young. Yeah, it just looked like a good cast. Ben Stiller, Adam Driver, Naomi Watts and Amanda Seyfried, but apparently it's not necessarily, I mean, Sammy didn't get on with it as well as he imagined he would, I think. So interested to see how I get on with that one. Wonderstruck, so this one just sounds interesting, and for £2, I like Julianne Moore, she's in this one. I think it's about these two kids that are in two different places in time, as the cover would suggest. So you got this kid on the right who's in the modern times of when the movie's made or set, and then you got this girl who I think's back in the olden times, if you will, but they somehow kind of cross over or something along those lines. It just looked really interesting, and for £2 I'd be silly not to pick that up. Okay, so it's going to be another one where people are going to be yelling. So this one is The Sorcerer, William Friedkin movie. Haven't got to it. Soylent Green, 2 for £15. Another probably one that people older than my age bracket will be saying, how have you not seen that one? Charlton Heston movie. Spotlight. So this one obviously comes up quite a lot, and it's probably a bit of a clanger not to have seen as yet, but just haven't got to it. Stanford Prison Experiment. Now I may have seen this Mate's House years ago. I've seen one that was based on the same story, if it isn't the same film, where they kind of like lock people up and give them roles in terms of prisoners and guards, and just watch the chaos unfold, basically, which is all based on true events, as it says here. But yeah, it may have been this one, it may have been a different movie based on the same premise. Star Trek Motion Picture, I'm not sure why I've got that. I've got the Star Trek 3 times. I need to get rid of this. State of Grace, another one which a lot of people are a fan of and do recommend quite often. Sean Penn, Ed Harrison, Gary Oldman. The original Street Fighter, so yeah, I just have not got to it. So Stuck, this one just looked interesting to me when I saw it in, I don't know where it was, CX or a charity shop. I must have been a charity shop, it's got a gift aid thing on the back. So yeah, don't know, it just looked really interesting. At the time, it was probably cheap. Supergirl, now I have seen Supergirl, but that is so long ago I don't remember it at all. I watched it on DVD way back in the day, so it's gone back on the list to Watchpile. So this is Tammy. Again, this must have been really cheap because I don't know why I would have picked this one up if not. But yeah, I did go through that spell of like every collector does, I think, where you just, anything cheap that you haven't got or seen, you end up picking it up. Matt Dillon and Gene Hackman in Target. So again, another one of them HMV premium collections. We get the kind of like slip box on there. Probably another one that a lot of people are saying, how have you not seen that one? Now this is going to be going to be a few along here. So Terms of Endearment, yeah, Jack Nicholson. Another one that's probably a big old clanger that people are going to be yelling at me for not got to yet. But like I say, I do enjoy having these sitting here ready just to watch as and when I feel like. This is Where I Leave You. So do you know what? Some of these kind of comedies, I do get surprised by some of these, how much I enjoy some of these with a big cast kind of comedies from this time period. Was it I Love You Man or something like that? There was a movie called that, and that shocked me. I think it was that one. It just had some really good funny moments. I haven't seen that one, obviously. Time Bandits. So again, I've never seen. And never got to the original Time Machine. So yep, haven't got to that one as yet. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. I've had this one for absolutely years. It's a rental copy as well. So yeah, it must have been from an old Blockbuster, I guess, back in the day. Yep, still not got to that one. To the Wonder. So Ben Affleck. I quite like Ben Affleck, but Rachel McAdams again. So that's another reason I'd pick that one up. Oh, it's a Terrence Malick film. So maybe Jodie's probably seen this one, Jodie's movie film. But yeah, £3. Fairly interesting looking cover and back, so figured why not. Another Red Label 101 Films title, which again a lot of people have recommended in the past and probably saying why have you not seen it yet. Toy Soldiers, yep, do want to get to that one. Transformers the movie, the original one. So I just think I must have missed this as a kid. I used to watch some of the cartoon, but like a TV show, but I don't think I ever saw the movie. So yeah, new 4K transfer of this one with a slip. Grabbed that when I saw it. Like with most people, I think I kind of ran out of steam with the Transformers movies. So I think the last night I've tried to watch maybe 3 times and fell asleep every single time. So I'll try again. But yeah, there we go. Trans-Siberian, I think that one is. So from the director of The Machinist, which I really enjoy. Woody Harrelson in there. Yeah, Ben Kingsley as well. Looks pretty good. Another 101 Black Label Limited Edition Trespass. This was another cheap pickup from CX. So, yep. Didn't even know I had this one. So Troy Director's Cut. There we go, Brad Pitt. Never seen Troy. Under Suspicion, so you've got Morgan Freeman, Gene Hackman. Not sure. Looks like a really good thriller. But yeah, I'll have to pull that one out and get it on the shortlist. Universal Soldier: The Return with Van Damme. Valerian. Just I've heard this looks stunning, but it has absolutely no substance whatsoever. So, you know, who knows? Valkyrie, again, completely forgotten I got this one. Spot gloss on the cover there, it's really nice. But yeah, it must have been a charity shop pickup, Bryan Singer movie. So yeah, that was charity shop, like £2. Vanquish. So I believe this was one sent to me a while back now from a subscriber of the channel. It's Chris. So Chris, if you're watching, still haven't got to this one, pal, but I think I've got to the rest of the big box you sent me years ago. But yeah, Morgan Freeman, not sure. Never seen this one out in the UK, so nice embossed cover on that one. Very Harold and Kumar Christmas. So I bought this one with the intention of watching it last Christmas. Then I think I forgot where I put it, so missed the chance. But I do like the Harold and Kumar movies, so they're always fun. The Villainess, another cheap pickup from a CEX, I'm pretty sure, for an Arrow title, so why not? Wanderlust, so Paul Rudd, yeah, not sure. Again, I think this came in a eBay batch of just movies that got sent to me. I picked up for like other movies in the set, but for some reason this one came along with it as well. War Games, another massive one, Matthew Broderick, which I'm sure loads of people are now telling me you need to get that on as soon as possible. Warhorse, so Steelbook, I found it at a charity shop for cheap. Steven Spielberg movie, I'm pretty sure. Yep, Steven Spielberg. So yep, just haven't got. War of the Roses, Michael Douglas, Kathleen Turner, Danny DeVito by the looks of it. Yeah, directed by Danny DeVito as well. There we go. The Wave, so again £3 for a disaster movie. I think this is a foreign movie, so got to be subtitled. Next up is Waz, so yeah, I can't remember how I got this one. I remember speaking about it very briefly in a video ages back, but I feel like it's meant to be some sort of a dark thriller similar to like Seven or Saw or something like that. But, yeah. Oh, here we go. Something about Seven at the top there in foreign. So if anyone reads that language, there you go. You can tell me. But yeah. What Doesn't Kill You? So from the Oscar-winning producer of Crash. Producer, not director. £1.50, slipcover. It might be okay. That was when I was buying stuff that just was cheap and I didn't have it. Susan Sarandon and James Spader in White Palace. Another one of those erotic thrillers, I think. But again, obviously never seen it, hence being in this video. Whitney, so The Untold Story for the first time. Nice slipcover on there, Whitney Houston movie. Wild Tales. Okay, that's interesting because I've just picked up Wild Tales. I completely forgot I had this one, so I've now got 2 copies of Wild Tales. But yeah, I need to get to that one. Widows. So, yeah, this one I feel like is meant to be pretty good. I can't remember. I remember quite a few people talking about this one, saying actually it's pretty good. So, but yeah, I think this is literally the widows of these guys that do some sort of crime and they get killed off or something along those lines, and the widows have to take over or do something. I'm not sure. Obviously, I've never seen it. So, but yeah. Last couple here. So this is Yardi. So filmed by Idris Elba. That just sort of sounded interesting to me. So and the cover kind of got me as well, to be honest. There we go. And then we've got Young Guns, which is probably going to be another one of those ones that people go, how have you never seen Young Guns? But yeah, £2. Just never got to it. So thank you to Sprinkles at the Cinema for basically prompting this video. I know I've done it on a completely different way to how it was probably intended from the tag, but it did confess all my sins in one go, so I don't feel like I need to go to church for a while now. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone if you made it to the end of the video, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.